In this video I'm going to explain how to update your own code step by step as if you were a beginner. So the first thing is to go to this website here, and it has instructions on how to download the software, and basically I'm following these. So what I've done is I've printed that out here, and I'm going to follow it step by step so that you can copy me. So I haven't done this before, but it's the first time for everything. Right, the first step is, this is a Windows computer I'm using. So for Windows you have to download the Arduino software separately and install Digi-Gurdy on top. Digi is the name of the actual little computer that's inside the Digi-Gurdy. Here's one. It's that. You see there? That thing. That's actually a computer about as powerful as something in your mobile phone. So, okay, Arduino, what's that? Arduino is a kind of programming environment for the little hobby microcontrollers, but you don't need to understand all that. You just need to have it loaded in the background. So I'm going to go to this link here, and then load it, and it says the default options are all fine. So let's do that step by step. So I clicked on that link and you see it's downloading. So this is a program for programming Arduino hobby electronic boards. They're like little computers on a board. But as I say, you don't need to understand how it all works. You just need to install it with its basic settings. So we're nearly there. Right, so show in folder, open when done. How about that? Right, see what happens now, if anything. Oh, something's happening. Let's just minimize that. Right, now I've got an hourglass, so it's installing itself. Right, this will take a minute. So we're about halfway through installing here. This is an old, slowish Windows PC. Right, the installation is completed, so I'm going to press close. Right. Now it says the default options are fine. There is a step that will ask you which libraries you want to install. It hasn't actually asked me that. You don't need to install any of them, but if you leave it as default and install them, that's okay. After you've installed that, install the Digi-Gurdy software. Okay. I'm just going to open, you see this icon's appeared. I'm going to open Arduino just to see what happens. Right, well I won't bore you with that, but it did open, and I just closed it again, the program, just by clicking on that icon there. So the next step is install the Digi-Gurdy software. This is an extra bit of software that runs the Digi computer board. That's the little computer here on my larger Digi-Gurdy circuit board. So I'm going to click this link now, wherever that went. Okay, so after you've installed that, install the Digi-Gurdy software. So here we are. I'm going to click on that, see what happens. Right, you see it's downloading that. Nearly there. Okay, I'm going to open it. Okay, so we're installing Teensy Duino. So yes. There's the hourglass. And you'll notice I minimize the other screens, otherwise they cover this up, you can't see it. So this adds files to your software, blah blah blah. Yeah, we want that. Okay, so click next. Default settings are fine, so yeah, we're going to put it into C program files, x86 Arduino. Next, install. Okay, so it's installing it. Just be aware that I've minimized the other pages, otherwise you couldn't even see this. Right, it's installed, so now we click done. And I don't know why that's come up. No, we get rid of that. So the next step on Basil's page is download the new software. This is the software, the new software for the Digi-Gurdy we're talking about now. And as I said, this is why I printed this out, because he's highlighted various things you've got to do. So I'm going to click on it, and hopefully this kind of page will come up. I clicked. Oh, here we are. Right. Code. Right. Okay, let's see if I get this right. Make sure you're using the right branch. Testing. Okay. Yes. Testing. That's good. Download the zip file where it says code. Right. Okay, let's do that then. Code. Download zip. Oh, okay. Right, it's downloading it. It's not a huge program. Right. Show in folder I'm going to open up now to see where it's ended up. It's in my downloads somewhere. So there it is, sitting in on my PC in my downloads folder. See users, John, downloads. There it is, as a compressed file. Digi-Gurdy Baz testing. So I'm just going to uncompress that. So I'm right clicking, because you see it's compressed. And extract all. I'll leave it in the downloads folder for now, so we'll just press extract. Right, and there it is, it's extracted it. So now in my downloads folder there's the compressed one, and there's the uncompressed one. Right, and here's all the program. We won't worry about that. Okay, so we've downloaded it and we've uncompressed it, and it's in the our downloads folder. So let's read what I'm supposed to do now. So far so good. Find the Teensy loader. Included with the Teensy Duino, which we downloaded earlier, is the loader program, simply called Teensy. This is what we need, but it's hiding. Okay, let's see if he's going to tell me where it's hiding. On Windows, in your program files, -x86 folder, it will be hopefully under Arduino hardware tools. Okay, so File Explorer. Right, so where is it? Okay, open the main drive of the computer. Program files x86, Arduino, hardware, tools, hardware. Now you see this teensy here. Don't open that. It says open tools. So let's do that. Open tools. Right. And we're looking for the teensy program and the teensy reboot program. So open the teensy program you find in the last step. All right. There it is. See, teensy, it's an application. So let's open it, double click and see what happens. So oh, there we are. Right, that's opened. Open the hex file. In the teensy loader, hit the top left icon or go to File, Open Hex File and select the file you downloaded. In the teensy, hit the top left icon. Right, here. Right, you see? Oh, when it says open the top left icon, it doesn't mean this, it means this icon here. Open hex file. Okay, select the file you downloaded. So let's open hex file. Do I need to double click? Oh, double clicked it. Right, something's going to open. Oh, here we are. Open hex file. Right. Okay. Select the file you downloaded. Is that in downloads? Must have been downloads, isn't it? This is it here. File folder. I'm assuming it's this. So it says select the file you downloaded, remember? So I downloaded that. This is in my downloads folder. Digi-Gurdy Bass testing. I opened that. And then we've got builds. So I open builds. You see that it's a hex file. You've got to open the hex file. So select the file. Okay, let's open. Oh God. Okay, let's open it. I know what's going to happen. Right, I assume now this is getting ready to load it onto the little teensy board inside my Digi-Gurdy. Now inside your Digi-Gurdy is this circuit board. This is the computer. That's a mini little tiny USB lead. That is connected to the big one on the end of the Digi-Gurdy, which is now here. So when you plug this extension lead in, you're basically plugging a USB lead into this little computer, on the other end into your big computer, your PC. So that's what I'm going to do now. So we have a Digi-Gurdy, plug that in there, and then this end will go into my Windows PC, one of the USB ports. I've plugged it in, it's powered itself up, so I know we're getting power from my PC. And we open the hex file, plug in your Digi-Gurdy, yeah, run the teensy reboot program. In the same folder where you found the loader, double click and run the teensy reboot. Okay, well I've still got that page open. Do you remember it's program files x86 Arduino hardware tools? Not hardware teensy, hardware tools, right? And see teensy reboot there. This will cause, when we run that, this will cause the teensy to load the hex file you've opened, reboot itself, and start up with a new code, as if by magic. Right, cross your fingers. Here we go. I'm going to double click it. Oh, something's happening. Reboot, okay. Has it rebooted? Oh yeah, it has. I think it has rebooted. So I need to just I need to unplug the USB and plug it in again, see if it reboots to the new version. Right, rebooting. What version of code have we got here? 1.7.99. Yes, I think that's the new version. Right, God, it worked. Okay, yeah, it seems to work. Yeah. Oh. So that's it. I'm going to go through this quickly now. So if you remember, we downloaded the software. So we downloaded and installed Arduino. We downloaded and installed Digi-Gurdy. Then we also downloaded the new software for the Digi-Gurdy. And then when we opened this, so we opened this link and this page came up. We made sure we were on the testing here, and then we downloaded the code as a zip file. We unzipped it, we extracted the files, so they then sat in the program files. We then found the Teensy loader, which I had to search for. That's part of the Teensy download and installation. So you remember the way I found that was File Explorer, and then we went to the main drive, and then we looked at program files x86, and then we found Arduino, and then we looked at hardware. And although it said Teensy here, we ignored the Teensy there and we went to tools and we opened that, and in that we found the two files we need. The first one we ran was this, and then the second one we ran was the reboot to make it start. So do you remember when we read the Teensy, we opened the Teensy, which opens here, and then we went to this open hex file and we opened it, and then on our downloads folder, this is the program which I extracted earlier. This is the new program, Digi-Gurdy Baz Testing, that we downloaded from here, remember? There. So we found that, and then we opened that, and then we opened that again, and then we went to builds, and there's the hex file, and then we selected the hex file and we opened it, which I think then kind of puts it into here, ready for this to upload itself onto here. And then we plugged in the USB lead to our PC from the I'll see if I can get that actually on live video this time. So we plugged in our Digi-Gurdy to our PC, and I'm going to film the screen now, and then you put Teensy reboot. Teensy reboot. So when I click Teensy reboot, I'm actually going to film the screen now to see if you can see it rebooting. So it should load onto the Teensy board now. I've clicked reboot. There, and it reboots. There we are, and we've got the new file number, the new program number. Yeah, so that works. That seems a bit complicated, but of course, once you've loaded the Arduino software and once you've loaded Digi-Gurdy, then the next time you want to load a program, you download the program from Basil's website, which is this kind of page here. You download it there, you extract the files because it's compressed, and then you open the Teensy loader, which was here, remember, and this opens. You then click that and select the hex file, which is like the compiled file that Basil's made for you from the downloaded program, and then you click you plug in your USB lead and then you click Teensy Reboot, and that's it, and it will reboot itself. So it seems really complicated, but it's actually not too bad.